they have been running a test net on Optimistic Ethereum, which basically reduces the fees to zero. Cryptoslo with more crypto gains. What's going on, guys? So, just when you thought I'd given up on it, SNX. SNX. So SNX, as you know, I did a lot of extensive videos on it a while ago. I caught a lot of flack for selling my bags, but I still had my escrow bags, so I wasn't completely out, and actually on that note, everyone thinks 1 year is a long time, but you know what? I am almost back around. My escrow bags are starting to come due. Too bad they didn't come due when SNX was $6 or $7. But anyways, I still really don't have plans on selling it even when my escrow comes out. I'm just sitting on the bags waiting for the moon. But today's video is about SNX. And part of the reason I got out of it was I simply did not have enough money invested in it to make it viable. As you know, with the DeFi run, the Ethereum fees went crazy. When I had my bags stacked, because you can leverage your escrowed coins, I was getting about 2 or 3 SNX a week. The problem was the fees were just absolutely ridiculous. Now, even when the fees aren't that crazy, so right now it looks like to mint it's going to cost me $8. So my rewards are about $8 or $9, but then I have to claim those rewards. So really, it's a net negative game for me to be involved in staking. So a lot of people were, talking about, I can't stake. Should I stake? Should I stake? How big of a bag? At the time, you needed about, at least, I would think, 2,000 SNX at the time when fees were high. Now it's not so bad, but there's you just have to weigh it out whether or not it's worth staking. Now, with that being said, there are some new other updates I've noticed that have been added to the system since last time I was an active participant. It looks like you can be liquidated now if you go below 200%. So once again, this is to discourage active participation and good actors in the system. But the reason I'm bringing you this video today is level 2 has been announced. So they have been running a test net on Optimistic Ethereum, which basically reduces the fees to zero. So this is huge news once they get this off the ground, because honestly, a lot of people were locked out from participating in the system just simply because just managing your debt, claiming your rewards, and trading was just too expensive from a fee standpoint to make the system viable unless you had a considerable amount of money in the system. And this is kind of cool because this opens up basically DEX like longs and shorts to synthetic assets to a lot of people that may want to trade that don't necessarily have a monster bag, like 20, 30K in the system. So let's give it a try. I guess this has been going on for a while. You just go over to Mint, and this is on L2mintersynthetics.io. I hit max. Now, there was some kind of incentive. Wow, and that's just like instantaneous. Very, very fast. Very cool. Yeah, so this is very cool. Like I said, I did put quite a bit of effort into synthetics when I was in the system. And if you hadn't saw my earlier videos, and I'm sure I'll do a revisit and do an updated 2020-2021 tutorial on this. So I guess the next step is that they will be testing the actual exchange with this Optimistic Ethereum. And like I said, level 2, this seems to be like a pretty seamless and flawless level 2 implementation. Now, I don't know when this goes live if you'll actually have to switch networks in your Ethereum wallet or not, or if this is going to be like built in. And that is really honestly the biggest problem with all the level 2 solutions, layer 2 solutions out there right now, is that it has the friction of having to flip-flop around in your wallet, and it's confusing to people, and it just needs to have less friction in order to be successful, because otherwise people just think it's not worth the effort. So stay tuned. We'll keep an eye on this as Synthetix releases layer 2 compatibilities, basically making fees pretty much zero, opening up the system to a lot of retail people that may not be whales and want to get on the action. So like, subscribe. As always, this is Cryptoslo. If you're not talking gains, then we're not talking.